Have you been thinking about making a move into Dorado Hills? Well, this is the video for you. In this video, I'm gonna break down all the new construction going on in Dorado Hills, some of the things to do and what's around Dorado Hills, also what the feel is like in Dorado Hills, and we're gonna break down some of the older communities as well in this video. Guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sam with Golovey Real Estate. This channel is dedicated to all the communities all around the Sacramento region. If there's any way that we can help you on a move into the Sacramento region or specifically on moving here into Dorado Hills, reach out to me and my team down below. You can give us a call or text or even book a quick appointment with us through Calendly. All right, let's hop into it. So if you're thinking about moving into Dorado Hills, you definitely want to watch this video. So Dorado Hills is one of those prestigious areas here in the Sacramento Valley. It really is an area that's coming up towards the foothills of this outside the Sacramento region. There's been a lot of new development lately. And when people are moving into town, they're typically asking me, hey, what's better, living in Folsom or Dorado Hills? So that's why we're doing this video, kind of giving the differences. And if you're also thinking about maybe moving into a Folsom or would like to see some of the differences, I'll link those videos down below as well. So Dorado Hills, again, it's one of those luxury zip codes, I would say, those luxury areas that you can buy a custom home, a semi-custom home, or even a tract home if you're looking to get in. It offers a variety of different types of homes. So we're gonna get into even some of the new construction as well to give you guys an idea of what's available if you're thinking new builds. So let me pull it up here. Right here we are at the town center, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But if you're thinking about new construction, one of the big builders coming into the area is Toll Brothers. So if you like luxury, if you like brand new, if you like views of the Sacramento Valley, this might be the builder for you. Now, with Toll Brothers, they're definitely, I would say, a prestigious builder in our area. Now, it's not fully custom, but some of the stuff is semi-custom with these homes, which I'll kind of break it down here. Now, as far as pricing goes, I would say that based on the price that it has right there, the 1 to 1.2 million, that's a little bit outdated. I would say we're pricing for these homes probably closer to the $1.2, $1.3 million mark on base. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that depending on which lot you choose or where the lot is sitting on these, there could be an extra, a lot premium that you would pay for. And of course, with the custom upgrades in these homes, you can really take it above and beyond. And that's one beautiful thing about this builder is that they offer so many design features and finishes that you can really make your home feel like one of a kind. Okay, so that's a really nice builder, Toll Brothers, here in Dorado Hills. They've already started, and just to kind of give you an idea, these homes, size-wise, they're running from 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, different floor plans to choose from, but the development is not too big here. So if you really want to get on the list, I would say that they're not going to be around for too long. They're under about 100 lots, if I'm not mistaken. So not too many homes going on here. But if you drive up here, you definitely do see the beautiful views from the hills. I mean, on a clear day, you can see all the way down to Sacramento downtown. You can see the skyline of downtown. So that's really cool. A lot of interest in this community. So if you're thinking about Toll Brothers or want a brand new home in Dorado Hills, you can let us know down below, and we'd love to help you out. We've had quite a few clients inquire about these properties and want to get in. So the next new home builder that I want to cover is going to be Edgelake at Serrano. So let's say you don't want to spend that $1.3 million and up to get into Dorado Hills, but you want to be here. Well, look no further, because just down the street, this is Edgelake at Serrano near Bass Lake Hills. So this is actually a build by Pointe Homes. So Pointe's definitely getting their, kind of feet in here in Dorado Hills. Technically, they say this is in Serrano. I would say it's a little bit outside of Serrano, but hey, what you're getting for is the brand name. So you're in Serrano here at Edgelake. One nice thing about this community is the pricing is way more attractive. So you're still in a gated community. Again, it is smaller, under 100 lots, so not too many homes in here, but it's a gated community. It's right across the street from Bass Lake, which is a small lake out here. And the pricing is basically in the 700s and the 800s. So if you want to get in, more of an entry-level home or just get into El Dorado Hills, this is a great option. One downside I would say about this one for most families that I've had wanting to buy here would be the backyards are small. We're looking, if I had to guess, probably 4,000 square foot lots, more or less. Don't quote me on that, but definitely smaller backyards. You know, you could create a little patio area there. It's got a covered patio and stuff, but very, very small backyard. So that's one thing that's kind of a downside here. But if you want a home that's, let's say, over 27, you know, pushing 2,700 square feet, a little bit under that, great starter home. And the designs are really nice in these homes. If you'd like to see the model tours on these, I actually have them on my channel where we walk through the whole house and the few models that they have here there. So look in the description down below. Now, the next set of new builds that I would cover here in El Dorado Hills would be Emerald Peak at Bass Lake Hills. Okay, so this is another community not too far, brand new, huge construction development going on by Lennar. And they actually have a few what I would call sister communities in the general area. So with this one, you have here Emerald Peak, of course. And let me pull the other ones here. You have Sapphire Cliff at Bass Lake Hills, and you also have Hawk View at Bass Lake Hills. So 3 different communities going on in El Dorado Hills. I will say these homes offer amazing views. Absolutely gorgeous. The one thing with Lennar is that even though, in my opinion, they might not be as premium as, let's say, a Toll Brothers build, but they are definitely having pretty attractive pricing with these homes and gated communities as well. So if you're thinking brand new, this might be a good option for you as well. So make sure to check those out. Now, enough with the brand new. I do want to get into some of the resale homes and some of the communities that you might want to consider here in El Dorado Hills. Now, this is Serrano. So one of the communities that's really noted in the El Dorado Hills area and really stands out above the rest, in my opinion. It's got a name of its own. It stands out when you say it. You know, a lot of people that even live here, they don't say I live in El Dorado Hills. They say I live in Serrano. So Serrano is one of those communities that it's like a designer bag. It's got the name and it's got the brand. And of course it has the feel of living here. Serrano is a great community. We've had a lot of clients in this area. Beautiful area. You have a gated community. You got a golf course. You got amazing views. Now in Serrano, what you can expect, specifically Serrano North, is of course the golf course. This is the country club right here. You got the pool. There's even a private restaurant in there. A bunch of different amenities. Really a cool place to hang out. Now on that is there's a lot of properties in here that give you different features. For instance, there's a lot of homes on the golf course with beautiful, amazing views. In certain parts of the area, you might even still get homes that have views of Folsom Lake, which is a ways away from here. The other thing is that you have custom homes, semi-custom homes, even some track homes. So depending on the price point that you want to be in, if you really want to be in this area, it's doable. As of right now, when we're doing this video, I would say that to get into a smaller home in the area, you can get in right around $1 million, maybe a little bit under $1 million. But most of the homes here, I would say, are about 1.2, 1.5 and up. You could definitely get into the $2.5 million range and up as well with the custom homes. Of course, that offers a much larger size, custom home, bigger yard, and of course, some sort of view or particular lot here that would give it that price. So keep that in mind. You can really go above and beyond when it comes to Serrano. Now, there are definitely other communities in the El Dorado Hills. And if you guys would like to get more breakdown on that, I'm going to link another Living in El Dorado Hills video down below. So make sure you watch that. But some communities that I would note just really quickly would be Promontory. Again, beautiful community. There is some gated homes in this area as well. Another community that I'd really look into would be Ridgeview and the Summit and Waterford. Now, these are older established communities, but still offer a lot of custom and semi-custom homes. And a lot of the homes here in El Dorado Hills specifically have views. And that's really a lot of what really people are attracted to, is that hillside living, that kind of escape from the city life. So you're far enough, but close enough in town. So really beautiful area here in El Dorado Hills. Now, another community I'd bring up would be Blackstone. You might hear this a lot. So living in Blackstone, it's kind of a little bit newer development, not as older and established. I wouldn't say it's brand new, but there's a lot of Lennar homes that were built in this community. There's even some 55 and up communities. So if you're looking more for that active adult lifestyle, where you have a gated community and you have more of a community feature where you have pools, spas, cabanas, gym, things of that sort, they have that. So reach out to us down below if you're looking for a specific community like that, and we can send you a list. There's also, if El Dorado Hills is not specifically where you want to be, but you want to be close enough, another 55 and up community that you might want to check out is by Toll Brothers. It's in Folsom Ranch, but it's just a short drive away, and that's a brand new 55 and up community. If you're thinking about that, I can also link those down below. Now, when it comes to schools in El Dorado Hills, the main high school here is Oak Ridge High School. So when you look up the kind of ratings for El Dorado Hills, most schools here are ranked about a 7 out of 10 or higher. And you could check out greatschools.org. That's a great source if you're looking up different communities and different ratings for schools in a community. Now, let's get into pricing, because I know a lot of people are interested. I kind of went over some of the pricing in the new construction, but now I want to go over the pricing for resale homes. So used homes or homes that are on the market. So median sold price as of when we're doing this video, this is December in 2022. So median sold price is $824,000 as of now. So it's kind of like your middle range for home selling between the high end and the low end. We also have an average sold price of about $1 million right now. And the average price per square foot is about $366 a square foot. So hopefully that gives you guys some insight of what you can get in El Dorado Hills. And again, so I reviewed some of the new construction you can get in the 700s and 800s. Of course, there are homes lower than that. And of course, there's homes well above the $1 million mark and up here into the multi-million dollar mark here in El Dorado Hills, depending where you end up landing. One thing to note as well is that there are some rural properties here in El Dorado Hills. So if you can kind of go on the outskirts of town, you can still get a home with a couple acres, and you'll see that here and there in between the new developments. So if that's something that you're into, that's available as well. Kind of give you that separation and that acreage that's definitely doable. Now, let's get into the shopping. A lot of people ask about what's there to do in El Dorado Hills, what's around here. And so this is the El Dorado Hills Town Center. On my other video on living in El Dorado Hills, I kind of go a little bit more detail and show some more footage about the town center, but the town center is really cool. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. It's a great place to take the family and just hang out. They have ponds there. They got fountains in the evenings with lights. You could get ice cream there. You could get food there. You can even go to the movie theater not too far from there, and there's still shopping nearby. So this is kind of, I would say, a central hub for families, or even honestly, a great date night. So check out the El Dorado Hills Town Center. Not too far from there is the marketplace at Town Center. So, I mean, that's literally next door, where you got the Nugget Market for grocery shopping and nearby restaurants as well. Also not too far from there is a Target. So again, plenty of shopping here in the area. A lot going on in El Dorado Hills. One thing, if you want to go another huge shopping center, really an exit or two away, is going to be Palladio in Folsom. So a lot of people end up going to the Palladio in Folsom, where there's a ton of shopping as well. And some of our other videos break that down. But you also have Costco. I mean, 10-15 minute drive. It's not bad at all. So if you're looking for central location, central shopping, I would say El Dorado Hills is a little bit outside the path, but there's still a lot going on close enough to where if you need to do a grocery run, quick shopping run, it's available. So I like that. I would say El Dorado Hills also has more of a small town feel, even though it is definitely more luxury or high end as a community when compared to other parts of Sacramento. It still definitely has that kind of small town community feel, and you'll see what I mean once you visit this El Dorado Hills Town Center. Okay, so some things to do. What I would say is that you're really close to South Lake Tahoe. So if you're from out of town, you don't really know the location too much, you're kind of thinking, hey, what could I do as a one-day trip? Well, going to South Lake Tahoe, about an hour and a half drive. I know here on the pinpoint, it's not exactly El Dorado Hills, but at least that gives you a kind of gauge on how long it'll take. But I'd say about an hour and a half to get into South Lake Tahoe, which is amazing. I was just there this last weekend. Plenty of snow right now, so definitely go and check it out on a one-day trip. Other things you might want to consider would be to go to Amador Wine Trail. So Amador County Wine Trail, huge wine trail. Again, a lot of kind of smaller micro wineries, but if you're into wine, if you're into kind of the micro brewery scene or want to do a Saturday or Sunday day trip, that would be a great thing to do as well. Now, as far as more local, bring it into El Dorado Hills. I'd really consider, of course, Folsom Lake. Folsom Lake's a huge lake we have in the area. If you're not familiar with it, if you want to go water skiing, if you want to go wakeboarding, you want to go fishing, we actually have decent fishing there. I wouldn't say it's amazing based on personal experience, but it's a great area just to hang out, even in the summers when our summers get hot, pushing the 90s or even the 100 mark sometimes. Folsom Lake is a great spot where people go. We take our kayaks out there, paddle boards all the time. So great location to hang out. Now, some other things you might want to do or even know about El Dorado Hills is there's a lot of nature trails. There's some nature preserves around here. So if you kind of want to escape for a little bit and go for an evening walk, it definitely has that. A lot of beautiful views, a lot of parks, even with views around El Dorado Hills. So very beautiful location, I would say. A lot of greenery around there, a lot of oak trees. So it feels separated but close enough, and you'll see when driving through there what I mean by that. So also great golf clubs. So if you're into golfing and recreational activities, tons of that going on in El Dorado Hills or even nearby in Folsom as well. So if you guys would like more information on El Dorado Hills, make sure to check out the video on living in El Dorado Hills down below. I'll also attach some of those other videos that we noted about living in El Dorado Hills or even in Folsom Ranch, which is just next door. And if you're thinking about moving into the area, feel free to reach out to me and my team down below. You can get a lot more information by scheduling a consultation call with us in the Calendly link. But for now, my name is Sam with Golovey Real Estate. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will see you on the next one.